Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, that was quick. You know, we were just hearing about Kamala Harris making a political comeback. In comes the queen to grab her throne. And just like that, a week later, it seems Kamala Harris is now waving the white flag. After months of so-called consideration that she's running for governor of California, we're now getting the news that she's ruling out the possibility entirely. And some claim that this now means that Kamala Harris has eyes for the 2028 Democratic nomination, another presidential run. But really, who's frickin' buying that? The least qualified, least charismatic, least likable Democratic nominee, well, not even really a nominee, let's say appointee, the Democrat Party has ever seen. Yeah, I don't think anybody's saying let's run it back. This is the end of Kamala Harris's political career. Her team probably doesn't even believe that she could win the governor's race in California. Kamala Harris is throwing in the towel. She's waving the white flag. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so take a look at the headline right over here. Harris hints at 2028 run as she rules out governor's race. Yeah, sure, okay. That's gotta be the biggest copium I think I've ever read. Apologies, Sarah. I don't think anyone's buying this crap. Certainly CNN isn't. I mean, they're still hungover for trying to cover for Kamala Harris in 2024. Yeah, let's just say it doesn't seem like they're looking for a repeat.
If she wants to run in 2028, what are the numbers that you're seeing about this right now?
Yeah, I would just say, hold your horses here. The chance that Kamala Harris is going to be the 2028 Democratic nominee, they don't look too good right now, to be perfectly honest with you. Chance of being the 2028 Democratic nominee.
Don't you do the caveat of like what year we're currently in?
I believe we're in 2025, though. It kind of feels like 2045. There have been so many years since just one so far. Look, Gavin Newsom is the favorite at 20%, according to the betting markets. Do not sleep on Ocasio-Cortez. AOC right up there at 15%. Buttigieg 9%. Shapiro 6%. Harris all the way down at 6%, basically in a tie for fourth place at this particular point. So if you have any ideas that Kamala Harris is passing up a potential gubernatorial run in for 2026 in California and perhaps would be trading up for a presidential bid, the betting markets at this point, simply put, do not buy it. Can't possibly believe that someone who was Attorney General for a good period of time, a United States Senator for a good period of time, and then Vice President for 4 years, and then ran for President, all of a sudden believes that the best way to solve it is from being outside the system? Oh, please. Not a chance on God's green earth that that's necessarily the case. What's probably going on is she saw what the polling numbers were, perhaps, for her running for governor of California. Yes, she has left open the idea that maybe she could run in 2028 for the Democratic nomination. But I'll tell you, Abby, I've looked at those numbers. She would be the weakest front runner since 1992. So the bottom line is this. She's looking at the numbers. She knows what's cooking. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Actually, this lifelong politician, I want to be outside the system. Give me a break.
CNN's Harry Enton brutalizing the notion that Kamala Harris is gearing up for a presidential run. If Kamala Harris thought that she could win, she'd be on the campaign trail tomorrow. I mean, let's just say Kamala Harris isn't one to bail on an opportunity at career advancement. I mean, she'd do literally anything. Just ask Willie Brown. You're telling me now this lifelong politician that's chased every single career upgrade for her entire professional career now suddenly wants to be an outsider? She's been hit with a reality check. She's trailing in the polls, her numbers are underwater. The TLDR is nobody wants Kamala Harris. I mean, just think about it. Despite having every institutional title in California under her belt, I mean, she's supposed to be California's darling, the greatest political product the state has ever created, but she's too weak to even run for governor? It's game over, folks. She is irrelevant, and the 2024 election proved that. She just has none of the intangibles. You know, being incompetent is one thing, but being incompetent and having negative 100 charisma, zero speaking ability, zero personality, zero understanding of literally anything, she was an utter disaster throughout the 2024 election. Anytime she opened her mouth or showed her face, it was blunder after blunder after blunder. The reality was, outside of the vote blue no matter who people, she wasn't able to generate any momentum of her own. I mean, remember that embarrassing moment where Representative Jasmine Crockett held a rally for Kamala Harris and like 5 people showed up?
It's gonna take everybody in this fight, and we cannot be deterred for any reason, because if Project 2025 comes to pass,
say it.
I really don't know where we will be, if we will be anywhere. If Trump is allowed to get any more Supreme Court justices, I'm trying to tell y'all, ain't nobody safe. We have seen what this current Supreme Court has done. He absolutely plans to put 2 more on the Supreme Court. We cannot afford to go through another generation of this kind of hate.
That basically symbolizes the energy behind her so-called grassroots movement. It was dead on arrival. The only way they could get anybody in the building was by falsely announcing a Beyonce concert for the night. Are you there to see Kamala Harris speak? God, no. I'm here for the Lizzo concert. I mean, just pathetic stuff. Her career is ostensibly over. And you know what's really going on here? The Democrat powers that be, obviously, well, they're just cutting the rope here. I mean, we're hearing reports this week from journalists like Mark Halperin that are just, frankly, brutal.
All right, I'm going to break a little news here. We talk all the time about, what did Kamala Harris know and when did she know about his cognitive decline? I will tell you, and this has never been reported, if the Biden people decide that Kamala Harris is coming after Joe Biden, wait till you hear the Palin-esque stories about how much they tried to help her be prepared to be vice president and be in a position to run, and how much they decided not happening. She's not up to this. And if the Biden people feel threatened, you will hear stories about Kamala Harris as vice president that will not make her look good. There's a closeness to the couples. It's not like they're at war currently, but I'm telling you, if Joe Biden feels threatened, if his people feel threatened by her, this is going to escalate in a big way. And she will have a hard time defending against the stories if that dam bursts. They were extraordinary in trying to help her do the job of vice president. They gave her every opportunity. And they found in some instances that she had some issues.
Apparently, they have so much behind-the-scenes dirt on her that if they wanted to, they could sink her in 5 seconds. The word on the street is that she was a complete disaster to work with, she was highly incompetent, and they had zero faith in her ability to perform on the campaign trail. Yeah, so much for the election narrative at the time, that she was the most qualified person to ever run for the office. Look at all her job titles, just don't look into how she got them. It's all about the destination, not the journey. Right? No, wrong. And well, obviously, the highest levels of the Democrat machine, well, finally, they're probably admitting what we've known all along, that Kamala Harris is not ready for the prime time. She was an utter frickin' disaster, unqualified, unelectable, a DEI hire who was way, and I mean completely out of her depths there. And so obviously, they're snipping the stem. They want her gone. They'll probably write books for her and she'll make appearances and get paid, untold amounts of money. Maybe she'll get a gig in the private sector. Maybe they'll land her a cushy gig on a board, pretending to do something, Kamala Harris's favorite pastime, her entire professional and political career. But obviously, they want her anywhere but the prime time. Anywhere but in the spotlight, and obviously, being the governor of California, well, you're heavy in the spotlight. And so basically, they're putting her in the Biden basement. I guess that's probably the best way to look at it. In other words, Kamala Harris just got the reality check of her life. All I gotta say is thank goodness for Donald Trump's 2016 and 2024 victories. I mean, just think about the bullets dodged. Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. Hillary Clinton would have gotten 3 SCOTUS picks. This man arguably saved the frickin' universe. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.